Hi, this is Kate from Izzalicious Designs, and today we're going to make bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls, and we're going to make it on a single loom. So you're going to have to be patient with me. This is the first time for me too. We have the extended loom version. What we're going to do now is kind of squeeze it down. So you're going to need your base removal tool that's on the end of your Rainbow Loom hook, because we are going to be taking off our bases and moving our columns of pegs forward. The way we're going to start is columns 1 and 2 are going to be the same height. Column 3 is going to be a little bit taller. Your first base is only going to be holding columns 2 and 3. The second big base is holding all 3 columns, and the last third base is holding just 2 and 3. The arrow will be facing towards you. If you don't have an arrow, it's the open part of the peg that faces towards you. We're going to be double banding. Double banding means you take 2 bands and you place them on the pegs together as if they were one. So we're going to get started, and we're going to place 2 bands here on this peg, and they're not going to do anything for the time being. Okay, then we're going to place our next pair, which will be here and here. I'm using the Rainbow Loom pastel pink that comes in the skin tone pack that I find is quite a weird colour, but I've never used it for anything, so I figure we're a cartoon character. We'll try it for that. It's rather an atrocious colour to be in a skin tone pack, I must admit. Now, she does have a little piggy tail, so we're going to take 2 bands, yellow, place them at the bottom of your loom here, and another 2, and another 2, and we need a couple more, 2 here, and an end cap on here. So take a single band, wrap it once and twice, and that gets popped on here. Dig down past the end cap, grab the 2 bottom bands and loop them to the left, and these get looped up, and these get looped up. Take this off the loom and place it on top here, and then dig down and grab those ones and loop up. Take this off your loom. That is going to be your little pigtail. We'll place it here for the time being, but we are going to probably need to take it on and off, or we can actually just keep it on a holding hook. Let's just leave it on a holding hook for the time being, okay? We'll do our other one and we'll leave them both on a holding hook. We just mustn't forget to put them on. Remind me, okay? Don't let me forget. Single band for the end cap, dig down past the end cap, find the 2 bottom ones and loop across the side, loop up, take off the loom and loop over to that and loop up, and we'll keep this piggy tail on a holding hook as well. Okay, now thinking, I'm going to put a pair of bands from here to here. We're going to do eyes. Now I have got my eyes, they're googly eyes, and I've cut 2 little slits on the back of them. They're not adhesive, they're not sew-on. We've made this, and I've threaded my band through it. The way to do this, now if you're a child, please ask an adult to help you, because I really don't want anybody telling me that they've got cut fingers or anything. If you're an adult, please take care. Sharp knife, pair of scissors, whatever you want to use. You're going to make 2 slits on the back of these googly eyes, like that, and then you're going to push your hook through one and out the other, like that. I use a metal threader made from a twisty tie, and I have a tutorial on how you can make one on my YouTube channel. Thread your band in. Thank you, Kay, I love you for telling me how to do this. And you just thread it through here like that, and voila, you have just made a little googly eye for your loom. Okay, so let's put one of those on, and it's going to go from here to here. Now the other thing, before we actually place him on, but we need to do crossover bands. So we need to do a crossover band across these 2. It's got to go across 6 pegs, but they're not there, so we need to have it resting in a holding spot, sort of like this. Okay, and for the eyes we'll do the same. We'll have it resting, but we'll just put it up here for the eyes. For the hair, we'll have it up here. I'm talking gibberish to you again. Now we'll put our eye on. Okay, we're here at the neck. Now we have some blue bands to place and 2 black bands to place, 2 more blue bands, 2 white bands, and then you're taking 2 black bands and you're wrapping them once and twice, and you're going to pop them onto the end of the white socks as the shoe. We need to make an arm, so take a single flesh tone, wrap it once and twice, slide onto 2 flesh tone and another 2 flesh tone. This is also going to act as our end cap, and we're going to put that there. Now the other thing that we have here, and I should probably do it before I put that on, we need to have a band that goes from here to here, and it needs to be looped on itself. So I'm going to place it on top of the blue band and put it down here until I can move it across, but I'm going to put my arms on top of that. Okay, like that, and the arms are going to act as our crossover bands. Alright, with me so far? Jolly good. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We're going to dig down and find the top 2 pink bands. Okay, there are these 2 here, and we're going to loop them to the left. Top 2 and loop up. Where you have a crossover band, push it back with the end of the back of your hook and loop up. Loop this one over to here. This is now able to come off your loom. It's secure in its spot and it can come off gently so that you don't flip any of the other bands out of their position. Take this off your loom and move it forward in the same to the same height as this one. Take 2 yellow bands and place here as if they're doing nothing, and the 2 that have been doing nothing are now going to do something. They're going to come across and they're going to sit here. We're going to lay the bands for the next for the 4th column. So 2 go here. Okay. Now we have 2 that are going to go from here to here. Let's do some skin tone, because we also have 2 that are going to go from here to here in a cross. Okay. Some more skin tone bands. So when we get to here, we can take this band and move it across, but let's put our blue bands on first. And before even doing that as well, we need to put another 2 on here to move across for when the next column is available. So put those there doing nothing, okay? And then we'll take these 2 off and move across to here. Try and untwist them a bit, but they're looped on themselves, so it's probably going to be a little tricky. Okay, 2 black bands that are all sort of twisted and scrabbly. Place those there. 2 blue. 2 white. And 2 black that we're going to put through our hook, wrap once and twice, and place on the end here. Now we're going to use some blue bands across here as our crossovers. So take a single band, figure 8, and place it. Same again, place it, same again, and place it. We need to put an arm here. Single band, wrap once and twice, and slide onto a single band and another single band. Now we can do that because we have this band here ready to go across. So we'll put that there like that. Whew. Okay, are you ready? I'm ready. We're going to dig down here, grab these 2 and loop them up. We still can't move these anywhere because this column isn't here yet. Now I'm eyeballing the eye because we need to loop that in. Loop these ones up, and then you're going to take the eye, the band at the top here, the single band is the eye band. Splay it out so that the eye is on top of it, and it's going to sit like that. It gets locked into place when you move this one up. Okay, we have this one that we need to bring over here. So the top 2 yellow bands, oopsie, I've got a crossover band in that one too, so let's be careful, Kate. Let's try that again. I just want the top 2 bands. Sometimes when it's tricky, I go under and I put my hook here. Instead of in here, I actually go under and I find that the 2 bands, and I bring my hook back with those 2 bands on it, and then I loop across, and I've still got the crossover band, but I'll put that back. You didn't see that, right? Okay, loop these 2 yellow up. I'm going to loop these 2 yellow across to here. Okay, this column is ready to come off. I'm going to be real gentle because I don't want these popping off all over the place. So I'm going to push things down, and I'm going to take this off the loom. We're going to turn our loom upside down, and we're going to move the big base up so that we have a spare set here to move this column over. Now it has to not be flush, it's got to be one down. Okay, so this is 5. We need to put 2 bands here doing nothing. The 2 bands that were doing nothing are going to start doing something. They're going to sit there. Let's lay our bands. Okay, so I need 2 yellow, and then I need some skin tone. Like that. Now these are going to go up here, okay? But what we need to do first, oopsie, is put 2 on here to link to the next one. So do that and then put those on. So those will be in the middle like that, okay? We need eyes from here to here. But look, we can move these across. If I can find it. There's one. Where's the other one? Is it here? There we go. Alright, so those can move across. We're also going to put skin tone. You're going to take 1, loop it on itself like that, and it's going to go from here to here on these little 2. From here to here and here. Under the eye to here. Let's get our other eye. We need to place that. Now the fun and games with this eye. Have I put that in the right spot? I think I have. Think. Yes, I have. The fun thing with this is we need to loop this up, because otherwise it's going to have a bit of a problem being looped after the fact. So we need to loop this up and then we can move our column. We're going to be alright, don't worry. Dig down past the black, find the white and loop up. The blue, loop up. The black, loop up. More blue. Okay, we're going to dig down and find those 2 bottom pink bands. Loop up, push the crossover band back with the back of your hook to find those 2 bottom bands. Loop up. Now push the eye out the way and loop that in there, and then dig down and find the 2 bottom. I've only got 1 there. Where's number 2? There we go. And now this is tricky. This little band here that we looped in before is yellow. We want that on the top and that one underneath it, because it's the hair. Otherwise the skin is going to go above the hair. We really don't want that. So do that one. Dig down. We're going to find these 2, sorry, headbutting, to loop over to here. Okay, now this is where we are going to be a bit tricky. Tricky. Let's start looping this one up. See if this alleviates our problem. The white, the blue, dig down. Now you are going to be looping the 2 top ones, the 2 top pink, which will go over here first before you can get to these bottom pink ones, okay? So don't forget that. That's only 1 band. Let's find the other. There it is. You know what? We will take this off. It's going to cause us more trouble. So undo these 2 here. We don't want them. It's going to cause us more trouble than we actually need. Dig down here, find the bottom 2 and loop up. Dig down here, find the bottom 2 and loop to the side. Okay, so that's all looped in. Let's take this column off our loom. Again, please be careful. turn over. Let's move these forward. This will be the last column. Push down, grab that empty column, move it forward, and it will be the same height as the one before it. You're going to grab the two bands that were doing nothing, they're finally going to be doing something, and they come across to here. Okay. Oh, you know what we did? We forgot to put the pigtails on. It's okay, we can add those after the fact. We can do that after. We'll do them both after. How silly am I? Okay, so these ones get looped over to here. This is going to stretch over and stretch over and stretch over. Alright, let's dig down and find the two top pink and loop them across. Loop this up and up. Let's find the eye band, splay it open. It's got to go over onto that peg there, but you want the eye to be on top of the band. There you go. Okay, so we looped up to here. Let's find those two bottom pink and loop those, and the eye needs to be on the top. Dig down again, find the two bottom pink and loop up and loop up. Grab the two bottom yellow and loop to the side like that. Now we can loop these like that, and these come up, grab these yellow and they go to there. And we're going to tie off here. So you're going to take two yellow bands, dig down, poke your hook out, grab them, pull them back through to the back side of the peg and reclaim your bands. Take these up, over and off and pull tight. Let's take her off the loom even without her pigtails. You've got to stretch it into shape. Okay, pull her arms out. Now, we're going to tuck her hair in at the back here so that it's not as obvious. Like so. Now, with the pigtails, gosh, I can't believe I forgot that after all of that. Let's take a yellow band, and what we're wanting to do is have her pigtails here either side of her head. I'm going to poke my hook through the yellow, pink, pink and yellow like that, so that the pigtails are either side of her head. Make sure you have all the loops. Grab a single band, and if you want you can twist it on itself and make it tighter. Okay, it just means you won't have to loop it so many times. You're going to draw these over onto the single band like that, reclaim the end, take the side closest to you, up and off like that, splay this out, okay, and pop the pigtail through like that. Okay, and I mean, if anything, it looks cute because it looks like it's a band on her pigtail. So we do the same on the other side. You want it to be yellow, pink, pink, and yellow, like that. Take a single band, twist it on itself, and we slide these over onto it like that. Reclaim the end of your band, the two that are closest to you, go up, over and off, splay this out and put the pigtail through. Now if you wanted to use a different colour, blue, so it matches her dress, to do that, that's fine, I guess. I'm just using yellow to keep it in line with her hair. Now we need to do her mouth like that. Grab your hook and you're going to poke it through one part of her face here. Make the band have like a little loop here. Drag one side through and find a spot that you're going to bring the other side through. I think I need to make it so that it goes maybe up here somewhere. Let's try that. Okay, when you have it in the right spot, you're going to take the two ends at the back and tie a knot in them. Like so, and trim those because you don't want them encroaching on the front at all. Oh wow, she looks miserable. Let's turn that frown upside down. Okay, the other side, you're going to match where you went in and you're going to go through the same spot roughly for the other side, and again even them up and tie them in a knot. I have to say this is a technique I learnt from PG's Loomisy, and he was doing this for the whiskers. I love it, for Hello Kitty. Clever man, him. Tie and trim. Let's pretty that up a bit because we tightened it, so we need to, there we go. And there we have Bubbles on a single loom. I hope you enjoyed making her. Take care. Bye bye.